On the Newshour tonight, Ami Yagnik of the Congress Party, Kamal Farooqi of the Samajwadi Party. My first question is to Jainara and Vyas. Mr. Vyas, why has the BJP got cold feet on Amit Shah now?
Well, I think the way it is being presented in itself needs to be revisited. You know, this is a process which is on. It has not just begun. And as a part of the process, if the investigating agencies in their own wisdom, if they want to carry out certain investigation or interrogation and carry forward the investigations, I think it is up to them. It is a matter under investigation, and we have always cooperated with them. So there is no question of BJP developing a cold feet.
No, I can see that. I can see in your response. No, I can see in your response today, Mr. Jainara and Vyas, that you got cold feet already. No, what? No, 1 minute. What's the worry? No, what's the worry? What's the worry?
Arnab,
what is your concern?
I'm answering you. Don't jump to the conclusions. I will not go down to that. I'm answering you. Number one, the so-called letter which is being talked about and touted around is something which you know what value it will have before the court of law. It is something which is written by somebody who was...
That is not for you to determine. No, that is not for you to determine.
So,
no, 1 second.
That is not for you either. That is
certainly it is for the CBI.
Let me complete.
Certainly it is for the CBI.
Don't jump the gun. No, I agree. I am not saying it is not for the CBI either. It is for the concerned courts of law to go through these evidences, pierce through them, and ultimately the law will take its own
what is
course.
your problem?
Having said that,
is it true that you are not sure where you stand on Amit Shah now?
Arnab, if you are going to stop me, because I am not playing to your tunes every second, I am afraid it will not be possible.
Have you got cold feet on Amit Shah?
I'll ultimately talk about Amit Shah. I'm not running away from that.
Yeah, but the others also want to respond to you, see.
Just next minute. Yeah, but let me complete my arguments. Why are you stopping me?
No, I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you. If you come straight to the point, yes.
What she will respond to? No, you just please don't intervene. What I'm telling, that those who are now the critics, who are saying that now the CBI is gunning for the BJP, they are running helter-skelter. No, it is not. It is the conduct of CBI. A minister's nephew is involved and CBI catches hold of him and the minister is let free. Somebody is given a default bail.
We are not discussing Pawan Bansal now. We are not discussing Pawan Bansal. I'm no advocate of the CBI, but we are not discussing Pawan Bansal now.
This is what is CBI's behavior, which makes it a Congress Bureau of Investigation rather than an independent investigation agency which will stand on its own merit. That is where the issue is. It has much longer lost. The figure.
Are you nervous, Mr. Jainara and Vyas?
No, not at all, Arnab. These things don't make us nervous. This is you are jumping to one after the another presumptions. You are firing volleys at me, which are not going to make me nervous at all. I am fond of you, and I am going to face all your questions.
Well, I hope you do.
I am not going to shy away from you.
I hope you do. I hope you do.
Don't worry about that.
I hope you do, because I think your attempt to rubbish Vanzara's letter is not something that, first of all, you have a right to rubbish. In the light of Vanzara's letter, in the light of Vanzara's letter,
I'm just talking about one line of argument. I am just talking about one line of argument which you presented at the opening of the show. I'll come to the next point.
I'm putting this question. Let me explain. I'm putting this question because there is a feeling in some circles, and don't react to it. Let me just say it. Don't get provoked by it. Don't react to it. But there is a growing feeling, Mr. Jainara and Vyas, that the BJP slowly has been told to distance itself from Amit Shah because it doesn't know where the case on Amit Shah is going to go. So tomorrow, if you have to drop Amit Shah like a hot potato, you should be ready. There I got a smile on your face, which I think reveals that you are in agreement with what I'm saying. I'll get in Ami Yagnik at this stage.
Are you willing to
I'll get in Ami Yagnik.
Are you willing to listen my answer?
No, let's get Ami Yagnik in.
Are you willing
Let's get Ami Yagnik and Kamal Farooqi in, please.
We have not developed...
No, let's get Ami Yagnik and Kamal Farooqi and Ami Yagnik
We have not developed any cold feet.
Well, I don't know. I'm only asking you that. Yes. Ami Yagnik...
Neither we are going
Ami Yagnik, is Amit Shah, Amit Shah the arrow that you're firing to get at Modi? Are you closing in on Amit Shah. And Amit Shah said very, very clearly, we are told when the questioning, Amit Shah says it is the duty of a Home Minister to be in touch with all police officers, including Mr. Vanzara. There is nothing unusual about that. There is no inference you can draw from that. I'm sure you'll agree that there is nothing unusual in being in touch with Mr. Vanzara. You agree with me?
Arnav, first things first, this is the CBI investigation. You are asking a Congress party person that are you closing in on Mr. Shah, but it is a CBI's investigation which has gone on extensively since 2011 December 1st, when the Honorable High Court told that you please file an FIR with the CBI to the special investigating team headed by Mr. Satish Verma, who is a Gujarat cop who has investigated into the matter. The CBI has taken all the evidence from Mr. Tamang, who is the judicial officer of Gujarat, and who has taken from the SIT, that is a special investigating team. So the evidence with the CBI is from the Gujarat police cops who investigated into the matters, and it has been handed over directly to the CBI. Now the CBI has also interrogated as part of the investigation top bureaucrats including the chief secretary and also legal officer, highest legal officer of the state, and other ministers last month in a matter which is pertaining to fake encounters. And so the investigation is going on because it is a very detailed investigation. There are also interim reports by the Gujarat cops themselves.
Now, are you also nervous?
Has been arrested.
Are you nervous because the way you pitched it? Because the way you pitched it. Allow me, Ami Agni. You see, the way you pitched it, all you wanted from day one was Narendra Modi's scalp. That's all you wanted. From day one, you made it completely Narendra Modi centric. Your focus was not Amit Shah. Your focus was not one minute. Your focus was Narendra Modi.
Why should a chief minister be there in the picture unless he has played some role? Why should he be afraid?
So will you admit?
Why should anyone, for that matter, Amit Shah? Why should Amit Shah be afraid of investigation?
No, will you admit? Will Kamal Farooqi admit?
Yes, because
will Kamal Farooqi admit? One second. You see, I think everybody is a little nervous before the CBI supplementary charge sheet. The BJP is nervous, though Mr. Vyas is trying to smile. The Congress party is nervous.
No, I am not at all, Arnab. I am not nervous. I am telling you loud and clear.
Arnav. The CBI is doing its work.
So that's a nervous smile you got.
They are frustrated. They are not nervous.
That's a nervous smile you got, Jai Narayan Vyas. My question is to Kamal Farooqi.
Arnab, Congress is frustrated. They are not nervous.
My question is to Kamal Farooqi.
Nervous is a very mild version. They are frustrated.
Kamal Farooqi. You know, the problem is that even your party made it entirely Narendra Modi specific. So would you admit that if the supplementary charge sheet, there is nothing to implicate the chief minister directly or indirectly, the state government or his own role in it, directly or indirectly, then you got your strategy wrong? Perhaps you would then have to apologize to the BJP, Mr. Kamal Farooqi, for running a Narendra Modi-centric campaign in the Ishrat Jahan case.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are wrong in the assessment. In fact, we have nothing to do with this. This is, as my sister has already said, that this is on the basis of the Honorable High Court order that the whole investigation has been going on. And mind it, it is not Amit Shah only, but there is another big thing which is going to happen for Mr. Modi. But Zakia Jafri's petition is still over there, and the matter is almost the final hearing is already done, and one day or the other the judgment will be there. So these 2002 cases would continue to haunt Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. As far as Amit Shah is concerned, he seems to be directly involved into the whole thing, because I'm not relying totally on Vanzara's statement. Even otherwise, CBI is already in the process of closing the whole case in such a fashion that Ishrat Jahan was not a terrorist at all. It has been said that even the IBA people who was posted there in Gujarat, he was hands in gloves with all these people, in fact. And mind it, after the arrest of Vanzara, nothing has happened afterwards. Afterward, there is nothing, because actually this was a ploy which was done in consultation with Mr. Modi, and Mr. Amit Shah was the main actor in it, and he did it since he was the Home Minister. Definitely he is supposed to talk to the people. What he is talking, we do not know, but actually it will come out, because all these correlative evidences and the link would have a final nail, because it is being presumed that
you see, this is
all the four people.
this is where the
mercilessly.
no, this is where the BJP gets into very slippery ground, and this is where Jainara and Vyas's argument is going to fall flat, because Jainara and Vyas says Ami Agnek.
It will not.
Jainara and Vyas says, like, we are told that Amit Shah told the CBI. I was in touch with my police officer. Now Jainara and Vyas, I don't know what kind of a close working relationship Vanzara and Shah had, because they seem to be incessantly in touch. As far as I am concerned, Vanzara was not
relations.
Pardon me? No, 1 minute.
These close relations were as close as a Home Minister of the state will have with senior police officers.
Really?
No, Home Minister is not supposed to talk daily on all the dates, on all the times.
Who says? My goodness, what are you talking? What are you talking, Arnab? This is like you are telling your reporters are forbidden from talking to you. What are you talking?
That's not me, that's Kamal
Home Minister
Farooqi.
should not talk to his officers.
That's not me, that's Kamal Farooqi.
No, this is absolutely a wrong hypothesis. You cannot proceed on this hypothesis. Absolutely wrong. Who says Home Minister should not be talking to his officers?
Sir, hold on.
Where in the law it is written?
Hold on. I am not saying that.
By what protocol you are saying
he should not talk. But I am not saying that he should not talk. But the way he has talked and all these stances, everything which is
permit me to say, this sounds as good and as hollow as somebody telling that Abhishek Kapoor from Ahmedabad is forbidden directly to talk to Arnab Goswami or vice versa. You know, how can you say this?
What kind of a comparison is that? Can you, despite your deep affection for me, 1 minute. This is
a boss subordinate relationship.
1 minute. You know, I know your affection for me. I know the BJP's affection for me. But that does not mean you have to drag me into every controversy. 1 minute. Brinda Grover is joining the debate. Brinda Grover is joining the debate. Please, sir, please. It's only a Monday evening. Let's go straight into the subject. Jainara and Vyas, I request you to remember, Vanzara was not the chief of the Gujarat ATS at the time of the encounter, nor was he the chief of the crime branch. For your kind information,
that does not forbid no law, no protocol, no government orders, no GR forbids
for your kind information
from talking or the officer talking to the Home Minister.
For your kind information, 36 hours before Amin and Marot start camping to intercept Javed Ishrat, there's a call between Vanzara and Amit Shah. Night before the encounter at 57 minutes past 10, there is a call between Vanzara and Amit Shah. 40 minutes, allow me to complete. Allow me to complete. 40 minutes after the encounter. 40 minutes after the encounter.
Let me tell you, Arnab.
40 minutes after the... Now you're not listening to me.
These details are not worth his writing on a piece of paper unless you have the entire call details of 1 month.
That's not for you to judge.
Unless the trend is established that every month, every day this was a practice, and if it is not, then you are justified in talking.
Why are you?
You have to look at the entire behavior, call behavior.
You have
to examine the entire call data details.
You
can't take a stand on something on isolation.
Mr. Jainara and Vyas, that is fake aggression from your side. Because I'll also tell you, don't.
Not at
40 minutes. Brinda Grover raised her hand. 40 minutes after the encounter.
I have not learned
40 minutes after the encounter. Guess who called Vanzara? Who called Vanzara 40 minutes after the encounter? 6 minutes past 10. 15/6/2004. Amit Shah. And who is Amit Shah? Amit Shah is one of the 28 DIGs in Gujarat. You tell me that this is accidental. One of the 28 DIGs in Gujarat is having this conversation.
If you have learned,
please.
Arnab, if you have learned even a primer, if you have learnt even a primer in psychology, nobody who is manipulating the crime will make this mistake.
Well,
if you have learnt even a primer
what were they talking about? Then what were they talking about? The color on their walls? What were they talking about? The color on their walls?
What
they'll have for lunch the next day?
Regular conversations going on.
About what?
How can you say
Brinda Grover is coming into the debate right now. You see,
2 days.
You see, that's
no.
what
You have to examine the entire month's call
now,
data. If that is not supporting the trend, I'll agree with it.
Mr. Vyas, let Brinda Grover come in. She raises her hand to come into the debate right now. Brinda Grover, the charge.
Brinda Grover is a party. Brinda Grover is a party to this case. She is a party interested.
But so are you as a BJP representative. So are you as a BJP representative. Now let her speak
so
for us.
I am.
So are you,
openly.
Mr.
I am not
Mr.
being
So
paid
are
for
you.
this.
Why are you being holier than thou, Mr. Jainara? Vyas, let Brinda Grover speak for itself. Brinda Grover, before you came in, the debate was this. The charge I put at the Congress and the Samajwadi Party is that the whole campaign became so Narendra Modi focused. Is that if Narendra Modi or the Gujarat government does not get directly implicated in any way in the second charge sheet, then everyone, pray even you, would have a lot to explain about the direction of your argument at Mr. Modi. Would you like to respond to that or any of the points made by the BJP?
Yeah, couple of things. I legally represent the family of Ishrat Jahan, more specifically the mother. I'm not a party to the case. Let's maintain some decorum when addressing each other. Secondly, I think Mr. Vyas made a very important point. The relationship between Vanjara and Amit Shah is one of boss and subordinate. How does the law interpret this? And the phone call records, which I would have read out, Arnab, you have already mentioned. The timing is very, very crucial here. If Mr. Vyas wants to analyze the entire month,
I want time data.
May I?
Brinda, I want time data. I want time data.
What do you mean time data?
Time data. Are they supposed
What is time data?
Will you please listen?
Time
you
data
will,
means
Mr. Vyas, you will have to learn to hear.
Time data, I'll explain.
What is time data?
No,
time data,
you are
time
only
data, I'll
interrupting
explain,
because
Arnab.
you're
It is
scared of
1
what
month.
is going to come out.
You can't read this.
Yes,
no,
you
no,
will
no,
get
you
what
can't
you want.
read this in isolation.
You will get what you
It is
want.
absolutely wrong. It is
I will
absolutely
not.
wrong. You
Can you
can't
tell
read this
Mr.
in
Vyas to
isolation.
learn to hear?
You can't read this in isolation.
I'm not going to.
No court will hold this proof as valid.
Anything in isolation. Mr. Jain and Vyas, stop interrupting
you can't read
because
it
you're
in
running
isolation.
scared. The entire month's call data record has been filed with the first charge sheet. Has the BJP not bothered to look at the first charge sheet? What is going on in the BJP legal cell?
Then why are you mentioning it in isolation?
Letters to the Prime Minister?
Sorry.
Nobody is mentioning anything in isolation. You don't have the time to hear because what you will hear is fatal to Gujarat government. That is where the investigation is going and you are running scared. Please do not interrupt now. There was no call between on 2nd June or 3rd June. I've been asked to speak, Mr. Vyas.
Let us speak, sir.
There was no call on 5th June, on 6th June, on 7th June. There are calls on 10th June. The timing is very interesting, as read out by Mr. Arnab Goswami, 22:57, which means 10:57 p.m. Just when the entire planning for the extrajudicial killing, cold-blooded murder of 4 people in prior custody has taken place. The next call.
This is not established. This is not established. As a lawyer, you should not say this.
The next call is.
This is not established.
The next call is on the morning immediately after the encounter. It's part of the charge sheet. Mr. Jainara and Vyas spent a little bit of time reading papers rather than throwing things in the air. What is the relationship of a boss?
I have got entire bunch of papers, madam. You know the matter. This matter is sub judice, and you can't sit over the judgment.
Amit Shah becomes
Judgment is the prerogative. Judgment is the prerogative of court. It is not your prerogative. You are being judgmental.
Can Mr. Vyas be please put into some kind of discipline unless...
Mr. Vyas, let her complete and then I assure you I will come back to you, please.
You be disciplined.
Well, let her complete because she did not interrupt you when you were speaking, so let her do that. She's raising a question about the phone call records. Let's go into the details of the phone call records. And the question at this point of time in the Newshour debate, ladies and gentlemen, is this. One minute. On the debate tonight, 1 second, Brinda Grover. On the debate tonight, the debate between the BJP representative and Ishrat Jahan's lawyer, Brinda Grover, is on the point of the several phone calls which are part of the record between Amit Shah and Vanjara. And the argument being made on one side is that Vanjara was neither ATS chief nor chief of the crime branch. He was just a DIG. There are 28 such DIGs in the state of Gujarat. So the onus is on the Home Minister to explain why he was speaking to a middle level officer who has now been proven to committing a crime at that very moment, which is that of an encounter. The BJP representative, ladies and gentlemen, is saying that's part of his job. Now, we continue the debate with Brinda Grover continuing to make her point. Go ahead, Ms. Grover.
Well, the point about boss and subordinate, as articulated by Mr. Vyas, in law, how do we interpret that? Law says that there is superior responsibility here, which creates criminal culpability. If the junior officer, the subordinate officer, is under the effective control and authority of the superior, and the superior has knowledge that the subordinate is either about to commit a crime or has committed a crime, then there is criminal culpability that gets created for the superior officer here, being Amit Shah. It is their own articulation a little while back. This is a boss-subordinate relationship. The call record data, the statement of DYSP D.H. Goswami, recorded under 164 before a metropolitan magistrate in Mumbai, very clearly says that Vanjara says, I have taken the approval of the Chief Minister and the Home Minister. My grouse as the lawyer for Shamima Kausar is that in fact there was enough material in the first charge sheet to investigate both against Amit Shah and Narendra Modi. Why has the CBI delayed it for so long?
Okay, now Jairam Vyas, very briefly before I go on to others, please, on the debate. I only want to make a point to you, Vrinda Grover, that if you are going entirely by the letter of Vanjara, then I would like to tell you that...
No, I am not going by the letter of Mr. Vanjara at all. I am not relying on Vanjara.
Because you are aware that if you are going by the letter of Vanjara, then in my view, and we have disagreed on this in the past.
I am not even looking at the letter of Vanjara. I am not even looking at Vanjara's letter. There is no need to look at it.
Then where is the fresh evidence? Because a case can be reopened only if there is fresh evidence. In the case of Pawan Kumar Bansal, the BJP demanded...
No. You are on the wrong line here.
How?
Please understand, in the charge sheet filed before the magistrate in Ahmedabad on 4th July, it was categorically stated by the CBI had permission taken to file a supplementary charge sheet under section 173, subsection 8 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. The case is not being reopened. The case was never closed. It's mentioned in the first charge sheet. Please read it.
Well, you know, all I know is that a person can be convicted on the basis of extrajudicial confessions only if such evidence inspires confidence or is by any nature...
I am not relying on extrajudicial confessions.
Or is corroborated by...
Forget DG Banjara. Forget DG
Why?
Vanjara.
I thought DG Vanjara is the core. How can you now say forget DG Vanjara? I thought DG Vanjara's letter was the core of this debate.
That is not a piece of evidence.
1 second. The BJP wants to come back to the debate. It's not. Of course it doesn't. The BJP wants to come back. Yes, Jairam Vyas.
I have 3 points, Arnab. Number one, this is a matter being adjudicated. So to be judgmental and say that Amit Shah was in full know of this thing is something I think becoming very presumptive. That is number one. Number two, in exceptional cases where the operating officers at the ground level and the concerned superior of him thinks it fit to be in touch with each other as a practice, it is in number of cases not only the DIG crime, DIG ATS, divisional magistrates, that is collectors. This is a sad practice that they normally don't go through.
So you are completely sure of the Amit Shah case?
So
you are therefore completely sure of the Amit Shah case? Then answer one question. 1 minute. 1 minute. If you are so completely sure of the Amit Shah case...
Let me complete, Arnab.
No, Mr. Vyas.
Why you want to cut me in the middle?
Because we need to go to the politics of it. And the politics of it merits one question. And that question to you is this. 1 minute.
As it is.
Sir, the question to you is this.
I am 1 against 3.
No, it's not. The question.
And now I am becoming 1 against 4.
No, those are, you must not, you are hallucinating then. I'm not, please, I'm not in the business of, encouraging people to hallucinate on the program.
No, you are cutting me, my argument gets gone.
No, your argument is not gone. If you are conceding that your argument is gone, then it's very dangerous indeed. As a good lawyer, you should not do that.
You are
saying.
No, you are
so assertive.
No,
Arnab, you are so assertive.
Mr. Vyas,
I forget my argument.
No, Mr. Vyas, the problem is that the BJP has suddenly decided to clam up. Let me tell you something. Today, the BJP has decided to clam up, which I find very interesting because I have letter after letter, article after article of 1 minute of Arun Jaitley saying that the Congress strategy in the face of depleting popularity is that you cannot fight Narendra Modi politically and hence misuse investigating agencies and implicate Modi and his former Home Minister Amit Shah. Today, your party, Mr. Jairam Vyas, is not saying Amit Shah equals BJP equals Modi equals 2014 campaign. You are very interested, admit it tonight, admitted, Jainarayan Vyas, that you are building a line of deniability.
Not the least.
You are building a line of deniability between your chief minister and his ex-associate. Admit it.
Absolutely not. This is your assumption. I don't.
You're going to drop him like a hot potato if he gets into trouble. Admit it.
Is it my time to speak, or still you are going to speak?
No, I don't know whether the admission will come.
No, not the least. I am telling you, your first question, that why are we so apprehensive?
No, so Amit Shah equals BJP?
Now, it is a known
so
fact.
Amit Shah equals BJP?
I'm replying you. Why? Arnab, would you not please permit me to tell why we are apprehensive and why we don't believe in the standing and independency of the CBI? Begin from Kothrochi's case, how Kothrochi was let off. Then go to. Now Brinda, if you meant what you are saying, your words, please don't intercept me.
Not intercept.
You are saying something and behaving differently.
It's called interrupt. I don't intercept anyone. It's called interrupt.
Please keep quiet. I told interrupt. If you have a problem with your ears, better you get them checked. I never mess up with my English. So please hear me correctly and don't stop me in between. Number one, Arnab, that right from Kothrochi to Mayawati's improportionate property case, to Mulayam's improportionate property case, to Jagan Mohan's default bail, to the default bail of Mr. Singhal. You know, there are series of cases which make you believe that there is not going to be a fair play as far as you are concerned. And therefore, if Mr. Jaitley writes a letter, he is simply conveying the apprehensions that the party has of that CBI being misused. As the Congress is increasingly getting nervous, today's rumor you must have seen. Now they are thinking of Priyanka Gandhi being fielded. Rajiv Gandhi doesn't seem.
So why are you clutching at rumors to make your argument?
So
why are you clutching at rumors?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I have given you five examples why we have apprehensions. And why CBI is not Central Bureau of Investigation, it is Congress Bureau of Investigation.
Sir,
I have given five good, valid cases.
No, I am no fan of the. I am no fan of the CBI, but I am no fan of the CBI. But you know the point is, Mr. Amit Shah, you totally and completely ducked my question, which was about the BJP sudden silence on Amit Shah's interrogation. Mr. Vyas, 1 minute. You did.
Not the list.
You
not
did.
the list. Amit Shah is capable of fighting his case.
Oh, wonderful. This is the first time I've heard that Amit Shah is capable of fighting his case. Second line of deniability.
And as a party colleague, as a party leader, if you call that so far so, Brinda must know that any accused, so far so it is proven guilty in the court of law. This is the basic principle of jurisprudence, that he is innocent, and if there is any innocent person who is our leader, we stand solidly behind him. There is no doubt about it.
Ami Agnik,
we are not here. We are not here to
Ami Agnik, explain this. Ami Agnik, explain this. On Saturday, Narendra Modi is going to Kanpur. He's going to address his first rally in Uttar Pradesh. Amit Shah is Uttar Pradesh BJP in charge. Uttar Pradesh is the key state for the BJP, right? The Congress is going to get into a tie-up with Mayawati, 99% certain. Only the formality of the announcement is left. You know there is a fixed match going on between certain groups in the VHP and the Samajwadi Party, and hence your entire strategy is somehow to torpedo the BJP's Uttar Pradesh campaign by getting Amit Shah into trouble, because otherwise I cannot understand. An ineffective, incompetent group body like the CBI, which drags its feet for decades in cases, suddenly getting its act together beautifully. Last minute, it does three things. It clears Mayawati in the disproportionate assets case. It clears Mulayam Singh Yadav in the case against him, decides not to take it any further. And it moves at breakneck Formula 1 speed on Amit Shah. Is the CBI trying to fight the Uttar Pradesh elections? Ami Agnik, that it's going ahead with such a great focus on Uttar Pradesh?
Yes. 2 points. Yes. 2 points, Arnav. One, you are presuming too much about all kinds of permutations and combinations.
What is a presumption?
It is not the right time to talk about that. That is the first thing. Second thing, no, you said that there is going to be a tie-up and there is going to be this and that. It's
of course there's going to be a tie-up. Everyone knows it.
Second point, Mr. Shah, Second point, Mr. Shah has gone to UP and he has gone as a national secretary of the BJP, and with this kind of a checkered history and track record, his entry into UP, you know what has happened at Muzaffarnagar, and so that is it speaks a lot about the whole thing. And the third point is that there is no breakneck speed. I told you earlier also, there is enough material gathered by the Judicial Magistrate of Gujarat, and there is enough material by the SIT appointed by the Gujarat High Court, which said and came to a conclusion that there have been fake encounters, and as many as 22 police officers are involved. The Gujarat cops have investigated, that is the same material before the CBI, and so the CBI is now investigating step by step on all that material gathered. And you have to understand one thing, that the call details were erased, they were not given to the CBI, and now the call records have come with the explosive letter of DG Vanjara, which says that he was inspired, guided and monitored by his political bosses. They have used him and thrown him away. Please stand by my side. That is what his resignation letter says. And so there is no breakneck speed. The investigation is going on, and let it go on. So don't read too much into this. Congress has nothing to do with this. CBI
Questions to you. Three questions to you. Take my questions. The three questions to you. The person you are backing all of this on, Mr. Vanjara, has chosen to go silent after making all those stunning claims. Interesting, isn't it, Ami Yagnik? He's himself gone silent. You are clutching at straws in the hope that you will find something which will implicate Amit Shah and implicate Modi. Correct or incorrect? You are clutching at straws today.
No, it is incorrect. No.
Really?
Vanjara's letter is not the only piece of evidence.
No, I find that interesting. You're the second person. You're the second person on this debate today after Brinda Grover to play down the Vanjara letter. Clearly, you are now beginning to see that Vanjara is not giving you the kind of support that you expected to target Modi.
Arnav, you have to see the investigation by the SIT. Please give credit to that SIT report and the magistrate report.
Ami Yagnik, Vanjara, second question. Vanjara did concede that he was acting on the orders of his political masters, but does he mention even once in his resignation letter that the encounters he has been put behind bars for were fake? Does he say that even once?
Does he say that even once? Very carefully and very clearly. Of course, he has named Mr. Amit Shah in his letter.
Does he say the encounters were fake? Which you and Brinda Grover
said, I have done the dirty work. All the police officers have done the dirty work.
He says alleged fake encounters. Am I correct? Jainara and Vyas, he says alleged fake encounters. So the question is,
because the trial is going on, that is the word that is used in legal language.
No, so you accept, Ami Yagnik, therefore, as a consequence of that you tried too hard to get political advantage out of this.
The fake encounters have been concluded by the SIT.
No, you were trying to hope to use all of this to target Modi. Miss Ami Yagnik admit tonight on the Newshour that you were trying to target Modi. Now, that somewhere, both for you and for Brinda Grover, is falling a little flat. You are not being successful.
There is no question of targeting, Arnav. There is no question of targeting.
Whether targeting, you were after Modi.
And it establishes a
you were after Modi.
Nobody is after Mr. Modi. Nobody is after Mr. Modi.
Okay, let's put it differently.
If he is clean, then please cooperate with the investigation instead of defending yourselves.
So 4-5 days from now,
one should cooperate if one is innocent.
No, he's cooperating. He's gone for the investigation. He's not going to be called for a second round of questioning, and there is nothing to directly implicate Mr. Narendra Modi. So what happens? What happens, Brinda Grover?
Let us leave to the investigating agency.
Brinda Grover, will you then admit, Brinda Grover, tell me, will you then admit that the whole Narendra Modi thrust of both your line of attack and the Congress's line of attack was misplaced? Will you admit that line and thrust was misplaced?
Let me answer. Arnav. Two things. I have not attacked Narendra Modi. We spoke about the possible involvement of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah only after evidence to that effect came forward in the first charge sheet, way before Vanjara's letter became public, and letter comes out on 1st of September. The charge sheet is filed on 4th of July. Since 4th of July, I have been saying that there is evidence in the charge sheet based on 164 statements which provides enough material for further investigation into the larger conspiracy. Vanjara's letter is, as I've repeatedly said, is something that they have, CBI has gone and inquired. I don't know what has happened in the inquiry. We don't have the second charge sheet before us. The attack on Narendra Modi began after the first charge sheet, not pursuant to Vanjara. Vanjara only articulated it very, very clearly, explicitly for everyone. And
where does Modi come in?
Secondly,
where does Modi come in?
Yes, let me tell you. Or please read the statement of 164 of former DYSP D.H. Goswami, where he says, Vanjara says, I have taken the approval of the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister of Gujarat, to the best of my knowledge, is Narendra Modi. And he mentions Home Minister. Insofar as Vanjara's letter is concerned, where you say he does not say fake encounters, he admits to the killings, he admits to them being based on the policy of the Gujarat state and the directions given by the Chief Minister of the Home Minister. It is not for Vanjara to decide whether the killing is a murder or an encounter. He may well believe that it is all right to kill people in prior custody because his bosses ask him to do so. If a rogue cop believes in something, surely the law of the land
before I close this, I want Jainara and Vyas to respond. No, 1 second. You are there for your entire attempt. No, do you agree that your entire attempt,
1 minute, just
do you agree your entire attempt is to bring in Narendra Modi?
Had more time and ample time. Can I bring in one more point, since everybody has grievances against the CBI? There is a sting operation, the transcript of which is now available, where the present Advocate General, 2 ministers, the Principal Secretary, to the Chief Minister and a cop, as well as the accused and their lawyers are present. It makes an absolutely clear case of criminal contempt of court. Why is the CBI not moving and charge sheeting? Why is the Gujarat government not sacking the Advocate General for interfering and obstructing justice?
Let's go back on track. Let's go back on track, Brinda Grover. Let's go back on track. You made a point.
This is the interference with justice.
No, Miss Grover, do I find today that would you agree the entire cut and thrust of your argument, as also proven from what you said about D.H. Goswami, who retired as DSP, who referred to Vanjara making a mention that he would speak to 2 individuals. I don't know if this is the reference to Safed Dadi and Kali Dadi, which are seen to be code names you say.
Please read the full statement. He said,
I have the statement. Please don't say I haven't read the statement. I have read the statement and I can read it for you.
Down in the 3rd para on that page.
Well, it's there. I have it with me. D.H. Goswami says, and I quote, first of all, I want Jainara and Vyas to respond to it. There is no name. Does the name of Narendra Modi get mentioned? 1 second. Tell me very clear.
Chief Minister.
Does he say?
Chief Minister of Gujarat. Who was the Chief Minister of Gujarat in 2004?
He says, and I quote, in the evening around 7:30 p.m. I had gone with Singhal in his vehicle to bungalow number 15, Dafnala Shahibag, office of the Joint CP and Additional CP of the Crime Branch. When I and Singhal enter the chamber of Vanjara, I find that Shri Rajinder Kumar, PP Pandey and DH Vanjara were present there. Am I correct till this point?
Yeah,
and then say these three seniors were discussing the details of the FIR of some encounter they were planning. And I remember Shri Rajinder Kumar telling Shri Vanjara that he would talk to Safed Dadi and Kali Dadi.
Yes, and read para 4 on the same page.
Safed Dadi and Kali Dadi.
The last. Please read the next paragraph. Why do you stop at para 3 and
the well-known
paragraph of his statement?
Because is this part of what is said in the charge sheet? The well-known monikers in the crime branch for the Chief Minister Narendra Modi and Minister of...
No. You are not reading the statement. Sorry, you are not reading the 164 statement.
Which part? You just agreed with what I read out. I have that one paragraph which is relevant in this case.
I will read it out to you. On 14th June afternoon, I along with GL Singhal went to the chamber of...
Listen carefully, Jainara and Vyas, because you'll have to respond. Yeah.
Vanjara handed over one written complaint to GL Singhal. There was planned. Now he will not.
No, let her complete. Listen to her and then respond.
Part is in 164. He will interrupt now. Watch him. There was planned to kill some persons of Lashkar-e-Toiba who intended to kill Chief Minister. GL Singhal was disagreed regarding the draft complaint, the FIR prepared prior to the killing, as there was something to do about the girl Ishrat. But Vanjara was adamant. Shri Vanjara also told that he has taken approval from Chief Minister and Minister of Home. Thereafter, I and Shri G.L. Singhal came to Gaikwad Haveli office. The Chief Minister in 2004 is Narendra Modi.
Then the CBI doesn't name Narendra Modi in the charge sheet.
Is Amit Shah. They said they will continue investigation. That is what I said earlier. There is a supplementary charge sheet.
Now I'm getting a last rebut from the BJP.
Why are they not probing the conspiracy?
I think what you are doing is you are making a very determined attempt to keep the focus very much on Narendra Modi. Jai Narayan Vyas is responding. I have 1 minute left on this debate.
I am making a determined attempt to have comprehensive justice for my client.
Well,
I
absolutely.
don't care about the rank and the political prowess of any
and you cannot say Brinda Grover that you are doing it in a political vacuum. You are aware that this is not happening in a political vacuum. You admit that.
Number one, Brinda's rhetoric will not have any value. It will not have any value because she knows a communication that has come from captivity, that too under duress or maybe otherwise, has very little value in the evidence. Second thing, this is entire matter. This is entire. Now, will you please keep quiet? I am coming to that. I am coming to that. I am mentioning Vanjara's letter. Will you please keep quiet?
You can distort.
No, I am not distorting. I don't have to learn law from you. Brinda, I don't practice law and I don't have to learn law from you either.
Learn it from the book.
You know, I am talking about, listen to first, you have the patience to listen to me. I am talking about Vanjara's letter which was written under mental conditions of frustration one never knows. So, number two, I am coming to that. Number two, let me permit, if when you are making your point, I have kept absolutely quiet. Why don't you keep your calm? What is the problem with your arguments? They are hollow, absolutely. You are talking about the background of these people. Refer to Mr. Mani Under Secretary's affidavit, MHA's affidavit. What he says about the background of these people. Why are you quiet on that? Number three, you and Congress conveniently, when it suits you, you tell. Conveniently, you should not be. You continue to shout because 100 times you shout, your lies will not become truth. Your lies will not become truth. No matter what you shout. Brinda, it will be bad. It will be bad for your health. Don't shout. I am, as your co-panelist, telling you, shouting is bad for health. I'm saying the between 2002 in I have
One minute. Between these two sides, I have two questions. May I please? I have just two questions. And dear viewers, if you're watching the Newshour tonight, the responses to these questions, and I don't mean to edge the BJP out of this, Congress out of the debate, but Ami Yagnik is listening. I have only two questions. Wherever you're watching this, two of our panelists will be asked by me right now to respond to my questions. And I want your response on Twitter, anywhere else, to what they say. Because what I'll do is, I will take your feedback, and within the next 2 hours, I will send your feedback to both these affected parties. My first question is to Brinda Grover. Brinda Grover, please, if Amit Shah is not named, will you stop targeting Modi? If Amit Shah is not named in the supplementary charge sheet, will you stop, your targeting / focusing, whichever word you may want to use, on Narendra Modi? That's my first question to you, and the viewers will respond. I'll take their feedback and give it to you. Please.
Can I answer that question?
Yes, please. That's to you.
Because, we are not having a public panchayat which is going to determine what is justice in this country.
No, but I'll send you the viewer feedback.
1 minute. No, I don't want the viewer's feedback. I'm doing a case. I'm sorry, this case is not going to be determined by public opinion. What kind of banana republic do you want us to be reduced to? This case is going to be determined on the basis of evidence, on the basis of investigation, by a court of law. Why should the viewer's feedback be important for me? You can deal with the political parties whichever way you want.
Well, I thought there was a political tinge to this debate. I'm sure you don't deny that there's no political tinge to this debate.
I'm sorry.
Narendra Modi is a political person.
Our efforts to justice. We would have got this accused by now if he was not a powerful political candidate for the next elections. Why is the CBI dragging its feet?
And my last question.
What is coming in our way is his political power.
And my last question is, one sec, my last question is to Jai Narayan Vyas. Jai Narayan Vyas. If in any way Amit Shah is named, will your state government, including the highest people in the state government, including Narendra Modi, take responsibility? After all, there's something called collective responsibility of the cabinet. If he is named. Yes,
Are
Mr.
you through?
No, I was through some time back, yes.
Okay, then let me tell you. Number one, I'll stick to the maxim of law that unless somebody is pronounced guilty, he is innocent. And as of now, there is no question of applying ifs and buts. Amit Shah is innocent, and Mr. Modi can by no stretch of imagination can be held guilty. Now you are talking about public opinion. Public opinion, you don't have to get it from Twitter at up. If you look at Mr. Modi's public meetings, the way people are thronging to listen to him and the way people are supporting him, cheering up Modi.
Okay, we've heard both sides.
That they have never in the stretch of imagination held him guilty.
We've heard both sides. Whether or not our panelists like it, I'll send the feedback
for every legal option available to her to get justice.
For whatever it's worth.
It does not matter what the investigators file. All her legal options are open. She will exercise
Ami Agnik, Vrinda Grover and Jai Narayan Vyas, I thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour Debate 1 tonight. Thank you.